Guys, what is happening? We have Disney coming out in a week. We just had the announcement that well, we had the announcement I think last week that Disney is aboard. But we are getting the NFTs. Guys, this is gonna be a bit of a long video. I have a list of things that I'm gonna talk about. So just and this is for me as well. This is just for when Omi reaches high prices and when veve is mass adopted. This is just a little video to go back to and just see what was happening at the time, right? So let me just talk about the graph quickly. I have not looked at this. I literally just pulled it up right now and I just looked at it. I haven't even touched it since the last time I used the graph, which was like a month ago or something. So these boxes here, I didn't touch this Fibonacci retracement. That word is so hard to say for me. Fucking hell. Retracement and extension. Um, yeah, it's all the same. Everything is the same. We can even see here as well from my previous videos. These are just like like if Omi does the Axie Infinity type of move, if it does that type of move, it will reach 10 cents. But yeah, anyway, that's just calculations and speculations. But as we can see on the graph, beautiful. Okay, yesterday we just reached about 81, 82. I don't know the exact price. But yeah, we reached that. Um, and if we look down here, so at this resistance, we had 1, 2, 3 touches, and then the fourth touch, or the fourth touch was a breakout. So as we can see as we can see here as well, we have yeah, we do have resistance here. So we did touch it, and then we are, if we look at the 1 hour, I guess, we can see that yeah, there is some sort of resistance. I don't know if it will. No, yeah, I think it will come back down. And I'll show you right now why I think that is. Let's go 3 hours. So obviously, I did call, okay, a inverse head and shoulders here. All right, I called it when Omi was like over here or over here. Oh, no, yeah, over here. So we went up, we came back down, and over here, I said, okay, we might have a inverse head and shoulders, with creating a support on this in this consolidation. So we did, when we was coming down here, when it broke past, I was like, okay, so this little wick is, or this little you know downtrend, I guess, is to just scare people off, which is what happened here. So we do have we usually, when it capitulates, when prices go down basically fast, we see a wick or something to scare someone, or a lot of people, right? So when it goes down like that, you think, there's no support here. Like, where are we gonna go? Can we go down here, here, here? But we can't go down below zero, right? But you get the point. And the same thing happened here, right? Everyone thought, oh no, we've broke past this kind of area of support, because this was holding right over here. We've held it once, twice, I guess 3 times here, but then we came down and we broke this kind of support. But we did have a inverse head and shoulders. So this is the shoulder, shoulder, and the head. So 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, after that inverse head and shoulders, everyone started to buy. And if we look at the bigger picture, this is I'm not going to draw because yeah. This is a cup, and I think we'll form a handle as well. So I'm thinking we could come down to this area here. So the 7273 area, and make this zero point 0.5 fib level a support. that would be really uh I wouldn't say good, but it's a probable um thing that it's probable that will happen. So yeah, so it'll be like a head and sorry, it'll be a cup and a handle. Okay. And obviously a lot of day traders and these people that just got into crypto, they'll look at patterns and they'll think, oh look, it's an inverse head and shoulders, and they'll buy in, which is what exactly happened. And then if we get the cup and handle, everyone will say, oh look, it's a cup and handle, and they'll buy in as well, and that's what will push the price up. And I think that there won't be any news until that handle is formed. If we do have a cup and handle pattern, if not, we could just push up. But I believe it's very likely we will have that cup and handle because we did we this is a resistance, right? So we need to form some kind of pattern or some kind of news. If immutable comes out, we won't form that. We'll just break past. But if we don't have news for a couple days or weeks, this is 3 hours, so we could actually, for like 2-3 days, we can form that cup and handle. We can go down here, and then the next day here, the next day here, and then news comes out and we go up. Anyway, that's enough about the charts. So if we look at what is happening as a whole, oh boy, oh flipping boy, there's so much to go on about. Let me just take a sip of my water. Disney has come out with their golden moment NFTs, right? They look they they look beautiful. Okay, they look absolutely amazing. It looks really nice, and I think everything everything on VV that is gold, typically and usually they're more expensive, right? If we look at the golden Cthulhu, it's more expensive than the other ones. What else is good? The golden Dragon Girl is really nice, you know, and that's more very expensive. What else is there? Golden. Yeah. There's probably more, but I forgot. Yeah. Okay, so we have golden stuff. It's Disney. All right. That's another thing. It's Disney. Golden, first ever Disney NFTs on VV. All right. And there's a limited amount, of course, because it's NFT. Um, and it's Star Wars. There's Star Wars. There's Elsa. Like these are very, very, very big brands, big names. You also have Toy Story. I think the Toy Story car is there too. What else do we have? Mickey Mouse. Oh my God. I wish I could get the Mickey Mouse, but I doubt I'll get it. I think it's an ultra rare. Alex said that it's going to be an ultra rare, and the mints are going to be less than the other ones. Okay. So yeah, Disney. With the Disney uh, um, releases of NFTs, the price of Omi went up, right? Obviously, we saw that in the past few days. Um, and then also, I forgot to write it down, but we also had an article that came out that had Gary Vee, which is someone that I actually watch myself. Like, I think he's a really smart guy. He's the one who, you know, tried to not persuade, but he was talking about NFTs for the longest time, and he saw the vision way before anyone even knew what NFT was, including myself. So he's a very, I would say, intelligent person. Uh, and yeah, I forgot what it was. I think it was begins with a V. The paper or the article or yeah. It was like Void, I think maybe. I don't know, but yeah, he was on the front page of an article. And Alfred Kahn was also in that article too. The second page was Alfred Kahn, and people are gonna, you know, like the people that read this article or newsletter or whatever. These people are like rich people, right? It's not just me and you buying it. Like these people buy, like rich people buy this article and read it thoroughly. So when they see Alfred Kahn on the page, they're gonna think, who is this person? If they don't know about him already, and they're gonna see he's the person, okay, that brought Pokemon, that named Pokemon, that made Pokemon what it is today, right? He's the person who made Yu-Gi-Oh today. He brought it to the Western world. He brought it to us. He's the one who revived or who just made Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, Cabbage Patch Kids, and so many more. There's so much, but yeah, he's a massive, massive figure and name in this space, right? In collectibles uh, and just a name in general. So when they see that and when they read it in the article, it talks about David Yu. Yeah, it talks about how David Yu was the person like at 18 years old, right? Or 17, 18 years old. He he um he talked with Alfred Kahn on through emails, through telephone. They didn't meet face to face yet. And yeah, they talked about. Oh, sorry, they didn't talk about. They just Alfred Kahn gave David Yu the ability to trade his cars. Like they gave him the rights to trade or sell. Sorry, the Pokemon cards. So yeah, after like 20 years of just going back and forth through emails or whatever, or 10 years, I don't know the exact date, but after many years of just, you know, well, actually, no, not even that. They just set that, and he was just selling the cars or whatever. And after many years, they actually met coincidentally um, at, I think it was one of the Comic Cons or Decon, or I don't know what it was. It was an event, and they met. That was the first time they met, and it was It was a coincidence, right? And David Yu had a proposition for him. He said, "Listen, there's something called NFTs." And Alfred Khan was like, "What the fuck are you on about, G?" He was like, "What? What is an NFT, mate?" And he said, "Listen, people love collecting, right? What if we make a collectible digital, right? And no one can replicate it because it's on the blockchain, and just have an app for it, and you can obviously use it in AR. Well, I don't know if he talks about that at the beginning, but I think that was their main goal was AR. So he probably must have said you can put it in AR, you can put it on your desk, like you can hang your picture on a wall, you could take pictures of it, you could take videos of it, you can put it in a showroom. And David and Alfred Khan must have really liked the idea, right? Because it's on board right now. Um, so yeah, after that they just Alfred Khan was basically the guy who got the licenses, right? He you know, his name is so reputable that they go and talk to these licensors. Oh, sorry, licensors or licensees? The licenses, yeah, those companies. um, yeah, so they just went for like 3, 4 years ago. They went to these massive companies and corporations, and they wanted their license to um to use to make NFTs. And there's a guy called Jeremy Padua. I don't know if many of you guys know, but people that are into Vivi and Omi know about Jeremy Padua. Okay, and he is the global toy maker for Pokemon, Roblox, Squishmallows, I think it was called. But there's so many. Fortnite as well. He's the global toy maker for those, right? Now, why would Why would David Yu, Dan Crovers, and Alfred Kahn all go to Jeremy Padua 3 years ago to have a cup of coffee? You know, they're not going to go there to have a cup of coffee, right? They're going to talk about something. And what are they going to talk about 3 years ago? Pokemon, come on. Come on, guys, man. Don't piss me off. It's Pokemon. There's no other thing. It's Pokemon. They're not- Anyway, yeah, I believe, I'm convinced that we have Pokemon. That's why I'm so bullish. And it's not even just that. Even if we didn't have Pokemon, I'm still so bullish because look at it. It's just so, it's so good, man. I feel like a proud, a proud father, even though I'm only like 23. But at the same time, like I'm not someone who created the company, but I just feel like I've invested so much time into it. Well, obviously, relatively speaking, I've invested so much time into this project. Literally, I'm on like every single day. I log into veve. I check prices of things. I check the movement of stuff. Um, and I used to have 100 collectibles and 10 sets in veve, but I sold two of my sets and 40 collectibles. So right now I have 8 sets and 60 collectibles because I had many things that were duplicates. And like, yeah, I didn't need it. Well, obviously, the more you have, the better, right? But I needed gems for this Disney drop. Uh, but I sold my stuff before everyone else started selling. Like right now, because of the Disney announcement and the NFTs that they just released the article about, everyone is starting to sell now, but I sold it before. So you have to kind of think ahead of the game, right? You can't just sell as soon as the news comes out. But I guess, people, uh, yeah, people, they don't think ahead. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Jeremy Padua Pokemon, even if you don't have it, it's fine. But I think we do. Um, and yeah, there's so much more to come. Yeah, and I said like I feel like a proud father. There's a lot of time that I invest in the app. I invest a lot of my time in watching videos. I invest about Omi, about veve. I invest a lot of my time thinking about it. I'm literally obsessed with it, and I don't know if it's healthy, but I couldn't care less because it's so cool. I mean, it's like people that play games, right? Or people that, I don't know, like some people spend all their time playing the game or doing this activity or watching videos about this and this. And I've focused a lot of majority of my time into watching Omi and veve videos, right? Especially Taps Trade. I love his videos. He's really really insightful. Kevin Anderson as well with his $10 Omi price prediction, which honestly I believe it could happen, but with the crypto knowledge I know now, I don't think it will happen anytime soon. Anytime soon. But I don't think he's saying it will happen anytime soon. I think he's saying that it can happen in the future. Now, I believe it can. I believe 100% it can reach $1, but that will take, I believe, minimum 5 to 10 years. $1, right? This bull run it can reach 10 cents, right? If Pokemon comes out, especially, it can reach 10 cents. And imagine like TikTokers and okay, let's get into that later on. But yeah, I can believe it will reach that if mass adoption happens. So yeah, we talked about Disney, talked about Omi Price. Argument at work. All right, here we go. So at work, there's this guy, right? He's into crypto. He's an investor of crypto. So he's into crypto too, right? And what he was saying to me, he brought it up himself. He said, "How's your NFTs, mate?" But he said NFTs like in a weird way. He's like, "How's your NFTs?" Do you know what I mean? So he was kind of trying to mock it, trying to say something about NFTs like. Anyway, I said, yeah, it's going up in prices. I'm doing really well actually. Like, how's you? How are you doing? And well, before that, like a couple weeks ago or last month, he told me that he bought a crypto coin, sorry, a cryptocurrency. Um, and he was saying it's gonna blow, like it's gonna, it's gonna give him lots of gains, right? And and bear in mind, I told him about Omi as well. Like before, he told me about that. I said, listen, there's a coin called Omi, and you can use this app, cool, and you can buy NFTs. As soon as he heard the word NFT, he just bailed basically. He was like, meh. But yeah, he said there's this coin it's gonna pop, it's gonna blow up, it's gonna go on a bull run, whatever. And I was obviously I'm not gonna invest in it because I'm 100% invested in Omi. Oh my god, my throat. Uh, so so yeah, he said that, and I said, what? So what is it? What was it called? And he said, nah, I'm not gonna tell you, mate. It's too. Yeah, he said, I'm not gonna tell you. And then I just was like, what? I said, why? And he said that it is too volatile for me. He said it's too volatile for you. If this guy knows what I've traded in my life, the most volatile thing for me was XRP in the SEC lawsuit. And if I could hold firm on that, pretty sure I can flip and hold firm on on something like that too. But anyway, I said okay, no worries. And after that day, I realized what kind of person he was. And uh, one sec. Oh my god. Um, yeah. So I told him, cool, and he just walked away. Right. So and he was so happy as well. You know, he was so happy that he didn't tell me about this coin that was gonna blow and he was gonna get so much money and I wasn't, right? Fast forward 1 month, which was yesterday. So yesterday this happened. Like the argument at work. He said, "How's your NFTs doing?" I said, "Yeah, it's going up." And I said, how's your crypto doing? The one you bought that you told me about, right? And bear in mind as well that for the past 2 weeks, since yesterday, he was not talking to me. He didn't look at me. He didn't say hello to me. He didn't say bye to me. He didn't even, like I said, look at me. Yeah? And little did I know, the reason he didn't was because his crypto crashed. Right? So this guy bought something probably that had a low market cap or that just pumped really high and he bought it at the highs or I don't know what he done. He obviously doesn't tell me. And it crashed. Right? Obviously I'm not like I wouldn't I'm not happy that it crashed. But to those kind of people I'm happy. Oh shit, what's this? Mission affects you. Pension plan? I don't need no pension plan, G. I just got a letter and I just read it right now. Anyway, um, yeah, my pension plan is owing me. Anyway, I was like, yeah, so he, yeah, said my crypto, it just went down. So of course, off the bat, the guy is salty, the guy is angry, the guy is frustrated that he lost his money, right? I don't know how much he put into it, but he probably put a decent amount, right? If he was so convicted that it's gonna go up, which I would do, but obviously after research, right? Anyway, so we're talking about Omi, we're talking about NFTs. Sorry, we weren't talking about Omi. We're talking about NFTs, and I told him, well, he told me he doesn't see value. He said, I don't see any value in an NFT. It's just rubbish. That's what he said, right? And I said, why? Like, it doesn't need. You don't need to value it for something to be valuable. Someone non-crypto related, right? Someone that hasn't even heard, or I think probably everyone's heard about crypto, but someone that's not invested in crypto they would think, why the hell is one Bitcoin worth $60,000? Why would I give $60,000 to trade in for one Bitcoin? Right? Now, if that person doesn't see the value in it, millions and millions, probably if not billions of people see, well, no, it can't be billions. Millions of people see the value of Bitcoin, right? That is why it is $60,000 right now, of course. Yeah? If people see the value, you don't need to see the value in something for it to be worth something, or for it to have a future, or for it to be something that uh that people buy, right? You don't need to see the value. You don't need to have that vision. But don't come and say that it doesn't have value. Don't be so narrow-minded. You have to think, right? Look at Twitter when it first came out. Look at mobile phones when it first came out. People were thinking, how is this gonna take over the world, right? Especially the older generation when they were young. Well, actually, the older generation when they were young, their parents must have thought, how can computers? How can every household have a computer, right? Because they had such a different lifestyle. But things change. Things change, and especially nowadays where everything is digital. Like you can buy a book that's digital. You can play games that are digital, right? You go on your phone, everything's digital. Messaging, communication, work, everything is digital. And this is just the beginning. It's such it's in its infancy and we haven't even touched upon it. Like we were at the surface of what we're doing, man. And like when people start saying, "Oh," like when people say, "Oh, it doesn't have value." What are you basing that off? Are you basing that off today? Right? If you're thinking about NFTs today in veve, yeah, a Todd Batman worth 1.8k, that's not valuable to some people, right? It's not a lot of money compared to like scribbles or I don't know, uh, those crypto punks. They're worth millions, right? Thousands and millions. That's valuable. Now I don't see the value in crypto punks, but I can appreciate and I can understand that there is a demand for it and there's a sort of like a cult or reputation of holding a crypto punk. I can appreciate that. And if I had the chance to buy one, I would. Because I can see, it's one of the very, very first NFTs that came out, right? So you have to be able to appreciate something even if you personally don't see the value in something. That was my point. But he's a very stubborn person and he's saying there's no value in it. I don't see any value in it. I don't see, it's just going to crash. It's just a bubble that's going to burst. Have you researched it yourself? No. I'm 100% sure he has not researched it because if he has, or if he had researched it, he wouldn't be saying there's no value at all in NFTs because let me move on to my other point. NFTs will become a standard in life. Mark these words. NFTs will become a standard in life. When you go and buy a car, when you go buy a Rolex, a watch, when you go to sign a contract for a job, or when you have paperwork for your house, these will be NFTs, possibly on the blockchain or whatever. It will be an NFT of some sort that can validate a transaction, that can validate ownership of something that you bought, right? Or that can validate the authenticity of an item. Like if I buy Rolex and it comes with an NFT, that can validate that it's a real watch, right? From Rolex. So obviously I didn't get into detail this much with him because there's no point. Like he's so stubborn and so narrow-minded that he doesn't see what this can become. Obviously, there's a possibility that this just is a bubble. Like, I'm not saying this is the future, well, I am saying it, but there's a possibility that, yeah, it's just a bubble which will burst anytime soon. but I don't think it is, right? Just like it's so funny because this guy is in crypto, and what's funny is I asked him. I said, "Do you want one Bitcoin? If I give you a Bitcoin, this is exactly what I said. I said, if I give you one Bitcoin, would you take it? Right now, if I give you one Bitcoin, would you take it? Right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you give me a Bitcoin, I'll take it. Of course, you know, can you give me a Bitcoin?" And I said exactly. Why do you want a Bitcoin? Because it's worth 60,000, right? 10 years ago, if I told you I will pay you in Bitcoin, yeah, I'll give you 1 million Bitcoin, which is £10, right? Oh, sorry, you know, when it was worth whatever it was, right? Let's just say when Bitcoin was £10, if I said I'll give you one Bitcoin, he'll think twice or three or four or five times about it, right? He'll think, oh, if I get the Bitcoin, I'll need to sell it to get the money, and to withdraw it, it's gonna take long. Just give me the £10, right? Now, if people didn't see the value of Bitcoin back in the day, it's it's just like NFTs, man. Like people don't, especially like yeah, that's my point. Like people didn't see the values of Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, the value in Bitcoin back in the day, 10 years ago, right? That's why it was worth so little. Right now, it's becoming a mainstream thing. It's in every mouth of everyone. You know, everyone's talking about it. It's on news everywhere. So we have a situation where we have an opportunity to invest in something so early and such it's in its infancy. Like it's so little right now, man. Like veve on Twitter only have, I think they reached 100,000 followers. Congratulations for that. Very well done. Also, I think ecomi, I think they passed 100,000. They're probably like 140,000, 130,000, something like that. So like that's not even a lot of people following. We are still at its infancy. Still. Yeah, so that was my argument. Basically my point was if you don't see value in something, someone else might. So that just take that into consideration when thinking of buying something, right? Or investing. Anyway. So yeah, let's talk about AR glasses as well. So like I said, like I think NFTs will take over the world. When I say take over the world, I think it will be in a standard of living. All right, it will be in everyday life. Um, oh, I'm getting a call, and I'll call it later. Yeah. Yeah. So imagine now, okay, 50 years ago, if someone was to say to an old person, phones will be in everyone's. There's going to be a rectangular thing, or let's just say 100 years ago, there's going to be a rectangular thing in everyone's pocket, and they're going to be able to speak to you, you know, through that rectangular item. They'll just look at you like you're a witch, right? Right? They'll look at you like you're crazy, okay? And it's fine. uh, yeah, yeah, they'll look at you like you're crazy. They'll look at you like, you know, what the hell is this guy on about? Or even when phones did come out, or when the internet or computers did come out, so many people will say, like older people, were saying there's no way this can be the future. You know, how can internet, like, what is internet, right? How can it take over the world? It's impossible. We have corporations, we have companies, we have. Do you know what I mean? It's people like that that don't realize the 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 like they can't see the vision, and that's what I love about this is that we're so early that we can actually speculate on so much, even though maybe not all of the speculation comes to fruition or comes to life. It doesn't have to, but just a small portion of that could, and that is AR glasses. So imagine you wear AR glasses, right? Which I think Apple will release AR glasses somewhere in 2023, 22, 24, somewhere around there. Yeah, which is a hope in line with the next bull run, right? Because that would be so crazy. But anyway, so imagine 2023, they release the glasses, right? £400, let's say, maximum. It won't be too much because look at VR headsets, they're worth the Oculus Rift S, which I have. I bought it for £300, right? So yeah, AR glasses will be, I think, below £500, which is reasonable. It's something that people can afford, right? But obviously over time, things will improve. There'll be competition, um, and yeah. So imagine you wear AR glasses. You go outside, you look at someone, and I don't know how it will work, but maybe they have a QR code, or maybe your AR glasses can identify their AR glasses, or I don't know what like how it would work, but you spray a perfume on, right? Or you wear clothes, right? And that your glasses can identify what that perfume is because of a um I don't know, because of something, right? It hasn't come out, so I don't know like how it would work out. But yeah, you can see what he's wearing. You can see what perfume he's wearing, sorry. Or you can even see what he's actually wearing, or you could see something that's not actually there. So you can see in AR him wearing an NFT that he bought. So if he buys a Coca-Cola jacket or jumper or shoes or I mean Coca-Cola shoes, like a Nike shoes or like something really valuable or something, yeah. You can use your AR glasses to see that on him, even though he doesn't have to wear it, right? That is so cool, man. And to if that happens, NFTs will become the biggest thing ever, ever to happen to that date, right? Everyone will be on it. But trust me, every YouTuber will will push that out. Every TikToker, every influencer, every celebrity, every news article, they will all talk about it. NFTs, AR, NFTs. Everyone will start talking about it. Just like Bitcoin, just like the internet, just like phones. Just it's a pattern. You have to realize it. Yeah. So metaverse. Now this is obviously relevant to today's day and age. We can actually see it happening anyway. So if you look at GTA, if you look at Fortnite, they have some sort of metaverse, right? Some sort of world you can explore. Okay, you have in GTA. Why am I getting so many messages right now? Anyway, you can have sorry. Yeah, you can have lots of. In GTA, you can have a house, you can have a car, you can drink alcohol, you can smoke weed. Um, Now imagine all of that was an NFT. Now people buy and sell these stuff, right? Just like CS:GO. CS:GO is a very prime and ancient, if you will, example of an NFT. You own that sticker or that skin, yeah, or that knife. You can now sell it to people. Now, so if you say to someone on the street, "Do you want to buy this sticker off me for $10,000 or this knife off me for 30 grand?" They'll look at you like you're crazy, right? But people that are in the space in CS:GO that really want that knife and that they have the money to buy it, they'll buy it, right? If obviously if they want to buy it, they'll buy it for 30,000 because they see the value and the rarity and the demand for it, right? So you don't need to see the value in something for it to be valuable. Anyway, in a metaverse, you'll have these stuff, you'll have NFTs, you'll have a world where you have a world where, especially, let's talk about the Viviverse for a bit. So you have a world where you have your own character that you can design according to, David and Dan. And Trevor, you have a character, avatar that you can design. You can fully customize it. So I think you can customize the face to fit how it looks like you. Uh, I don't know how detailed it will be, but I hope it's detailed to the point where people will be like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty cool." Um, you have amazing graphics, hopefully. If like I'm thinking, if they can make NFTs like the Disney that just dropped, or the Silver Dragon Girl, like those look really really cool. Now, if they can have a world that looks similar to that, that would be amazing. That would bring a lot of attention to everywhere, to everyone, right? But yeah, you can go into this world, right? Like a game. You go into a world on your computer, you have an avatar, and just like Fortnite, if you watch Kevin Anderson's video, there's little portals that you can enter, right? In like a main menu kind of thing. So you can go into like battles, like 3v3 battles. You can go into, I don't know, cinema. You can go into an auction place. Like imagine you can go to the marketplace. You can go into, meet new people here. You can go into only people with this NFT can go in here. I don't know. There's so many things that can be, right? And then you have your own house. And I'm really excited. I literally bought my NFTs to like my collectibles to place in my house and to show off, basically my collectibles, right? Because that's what we do. I really want to show off, not like show off with arrogance, but just pride, as in, you know, I have fun doing this as well. Like I'm actually very excited that I'm investing in something that I'm genuinely excited about, even if it's not 100% monetary gains. Because if it was, I'll be selling certain things because certain things in my stash is pretty expensive, right? But I don't want to sell it. I don't need to sell it. I don't need the money. Like it's not about money. It's about having fun. It's about being able. Oh my god, I'm just getting goosebumps. But I'm just so happy that I found something that is really cool, man. I really love this app. I really love the team as well. Let's. I don't want to go into too much because it's probably a really long video, but the team is so cool, man. Like I love, like out of everyone in the team, my favorite is Reese. He is such a he he's such a cool guy, man. He's such a cool guy. I love him so much. Like he's just he's such a cool guy. He's really like sly and witty and like I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's really cool. He's a cool guy. I would love to meet him one day. Yeah, he's cool. But obviously, I love Dan. I love David for what they brought to this world, and also just because of them being alive, right? And they're cool people too. Like especially David is such a humble, very, very, very humble guy. Lovely guy, as in not like that, but just a very genuine guy. Uh, and yeah, just humble, genuine, and he can't keep things in his mouth, right? That guy just reveals like the other day, like last month, he talked about Pokemon, and that's where I was convinced we have it because he was talking about ticking boxes, right? Um, ticking boxes. He said we're ticking boxes on the app. I'm working on it. Now he didn't mean he's working on getting the Pokemon license. What he meant was, in my opinion, he meant that he's ticking the boxes like to enhance veve basically, like to make it more smooth, to buy more servers maybe, to basically make it ready for Pokemon to come on board. So he's ticking the boxes for Pokemon to come on board. That's what I believe he was talking about. Um, so yeah, team is nice. Dan as well. He's a cool guy. I feel like he's a smart guy. I feel like his head is screwed on. He knows what he's doing, and he is determined. I feel like Dan is the most. I want to say he's the most hardworking because he does seem the most stressed out of everyone. um, but obviously we don't know what goes on. But I feel like Dan is a very, very, very hardworking individual. I think that's what I can see from the way he interacts and talks and behaves. But yeah, just and obviously Trevor, he's a fun and cool guy. I like him, and it's very good to have a fun and cool guy and creative guy to be on the designing side of the team, right? Because he designs the collectibles and makes the collectibles, and that's cool. I love that because he has that excitement in him and he wants to just make it all fun, yeah. So what the fuck did I just say? Yeah, he wants to make it all fun. Uh, so that's really really cool to see as well. And then we have Alex and Noah. Obviously, they're cool as well. But I don't know much about them. I haven't really got into them. But yeah, they're pretty cool as well. Um, and yeah, man, like the team is good. The metaverse as well. Like I said, you'll have your own house. You have your own fridge. Drinks. Like I think David, you said you'll have it. We're gonna have a brand that you drink every day. What is that? Cola? Coca-Cola? Red Bull? Huh? Evian water? Buxton? Oh, we don't know, mate. We don't know. We'll see though. But everyday drink, it's got to be something decently good. Even if it's not Coca-Cola, uh, it'll be something good, I think. That will be pretty cool. Alright, and the last points, burns and utility. So, literally every point I made is the reason why I believe in this project so much. People will see the value in it no matter, like, I don't care what anyone says, more and more and more people, even now, like, more people are getting on board. Of course, that's related to the Disney announcement, Marvel announcement. But I think even without that, people will still come on board. Maybe not as much, but people come on board because it's such a cool thing. And um, so the more people that come in to the app, the more people that buy an Omi token, the more people that buy collectibles, the more burns we have, right? And this week alone, so in 7 days, we're gonna have 33 flipping drops. 33 drops in 7 days. We've never seen this kind of we've never seen this before. Yeah, so we're gonna burn so much Omi. It's gonna be a crazy week, man. Just that, like just the burns. We haven't even seen the NFTs that are gonna come out, right? Or we've seen a few, but yeah, like just from that alone, wow, 33 drops. We got Decon, we got Disney. What else do we have? Decon Disney. Yeah, that's all I can remember. But yeah, we have those two, which will all equate to 33 drops in a week in 7 days. And then yeah, like I said, for the utility, uh, like AR glasses, placing your collectibles in your house in the metaverse, just stuff like that will bring lots of utility. And also, we don't even know what utility Omi flipping has, and I can't wait to find out what from the OUA Omi utility article that Dan said is gonna release this week. Next week, next week, next week. We've heard it so many times, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind there being delays, especially since they have so much on the plate. It's not just like Dan sitting down and writing this article. Like there's so much because he has to go back and forth with the team to to finalize the article and to to say, okay, this is what Omi does. Like with the MCP, you had like okay, so you had what was it? My brain stopped working. For the MCP, you had like a 1 point for secret rares, right? Or something like that, 0.5, and people were pissed because of the secret rare points, especially the comic side. And then yeah, so basically Dan has to go back and forth with the team to finalize all the points are correct and everything is fair and balanced. So yeah, it's probably going back and forth but obviously they also have more on the plate right now, like lots on the plate, lots and lots on the plate. So yeah, he has to do that too. So I don't mind there being delays. It's okay, of course, for me. But yeah, also when the metaverse comes out, when Viviverse comes out, Omi burns will increase drastically. I think dramatically. It will just skyrocket. And yeah, let's just end it off with the Omi price, Omi token price, whatever. I think I think in 5 to 10 years, like I said, we will reach $1, especially since there will be lots of burns, and in 2022, the VVverse will come out, and hopefully people are still interested in the app and still interested in this space in NFTs, which is obviously a something we rely on for everything to happen basically, right? So yeah, let's see where that takes us. But yeah, thank you whoever, I don't know who's gonna watch this, but this is for me anyway. Like, just to release what I have, because if I said all of this to someone, they will be like, "All right, we get the point, brother." Like, relax. Which I understand. Like, not many people understand where this is gonna go, and yeah, like I said, I invest a lot of my time into this. Like, I don't have much free time because I work 9 to 6:30, 9:30 to 6:30, um, which takes up a lot of my time. But even while I'm working, I'm actually listening to interview not interviews like you know I don't know, someone like Cavell and Taps talking, or just like a little chat. You know, they have like Q. What is it called, man? It's not interview. It's a I don't know, man. But yeah, when AMS come out, I'll watch that as well. Maybe sometimes even rewatch it. Like the Pokemon video where David Yu said we'll tick the boxes. It's actually in my favorites on YouTube. So I'm listening to songs in my favorites on YouTube, and when that comes up, sorry, on the list, like it obviously autoplays on that, and I'm watching it, and I'm not watching it, I'm just listening to it on my earphones, and bro, I smile ear to ear. I am not kidding you. I smile ear to ear every single time that Arab guy says, so my question is, when Pokemon is so funny, that is so funny. And then when David Yu says those answers as well, like the way he answered it, the words he said, it just always makes me happy. And then when Dan says, no comment, that's the best thing, man. You just know they have it. They have Alfred Khan, they have Jeremy. Why would they go 3 years ago to Jeremy, like, to have a coffee, right? So, yeah, I mean, my point is they're not going to go there to have a coffee. They're going to go there to talk about something serious. That's my point. I don't know if they actually went there to have a coffee. Um, but yeah, that's my points. That's oh man, I'm really excited um for this space, and I'm so happy that I found it so early. And credit to my cousin, Mises. He helped. He brought me into it. He didn't bring me into the VV side. He just said, "Oh look, there's an app you can collect stuff," and he didn't collect anything. He just was invested in Omi because he saw the potential in it. But I started to collect it, so I bought the Superman and I bought the Fat Tony. That was my first collectible, was a Fat Tony, and then the next collectible was a Superman. The Superman came out the next couple of weeks after or the next, I think the next drop was Superman. I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, my second collectible was Superman, and I got it on the drop, which is amazing. Right now, I can't get anything on the fucking drop. Let's be honest, no one can, especially if it's like low mint. Uh, so yeah, I've been around for a long time, and I love it. I love the team, I love the app. So yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for making this video, mate. Yeah, no worries, man. Cool.